So today we're going to talk about trading as a business, and I'll just get into it with the first question. How efficient do you think the CEO of Walmart would be at doing his job if he had to serve customers? So think about that for a second. What does the CEO do? He takes care of the back end of the business, the running, the hiring, the firing, or not even, because he's going to have a human resources manager for that. But he takes care of the financial health of the business and the direction, the bigger stuff. How efficient would he be at serving customers? Would he be swayed if the company was having a bad month, quarter, or year? Likewise, would he be more jovial if the company was having a good month, quarter, or year? In a similar vein, how efficient would the cashier be, the server at a Walmart, if he or she had to worry about the company's balance sheets and all of the jobs that traditionally management should deal with, all the way up to CEO? Would they be happier, sadder, if the company was doing better or worse? What about if their pay was affected by how well the company was doing? So if traditional businesses have departments with their respective personnel, why should trading be any different? Because essentially splitting out the departments means that we can focus on the job at hand rather than letting other responsibilities color, distort, or impede the job we're doing within our department. So in trading, we as traders we're attempting to be money managers, analysts, and trade operators, and this is a lethal concoction. Few people can pull this off successfully, and fewer still can do it with any kind of real strong enough edge to be able to make a living, let alone be a millionaire. Got interrupted there, went on talking without actually pressing play on this video here, so I'm just going to rehash what I've said here just in case I missed it. So in trading, we as traders are really money managers, so we're looking after the money, whether we want to take more risk, more contracts, fewer contracts, how we're going to manage the day, daily stops, daily targets, weekly stops and targets, monetary management. Analysts, so we're looking at where stops should be, where the targets should be, whether the market's a buy or sell, where to scale in, scale out. And then trade operators are just taking on the information from the analysts with the money manager's limitations in mind. So that is that. Trying to be a one-man band creates a conflict of interest between the various departments in our trading business, reducing the efficiency and effectiveness of said departments. In the traditional role of the stay-at-home retail trader, and I've put in inverted commas because really a trader is a money manager, as we said, analyst and trade operator, are found in the one person, obviously you, who we call the trader. Your analytical ability will likely be compromised by your trade operator's losses. So the part of you that wants to analyze in a free-flowing environment without any risk to the ego is gonna change its viewpoint, or maybe stifle an opinion or exaggerate an opinion based on some perceived possibility of loss via the trade operator. And this all sounds like parts work, very similar to, I believe the guy's name is Randy Howell, or if you look up parts work, internal family therapy, I think it's called IFT, something like that. This is very similar to that. Your ability to put on trades as the trade operator may be compromised. You may hesitate when there is your opinion analysis on the line, i.e. your ego. So we're really trying to do we're trying to unite the left and the right brain, really. We're trying to do an artistic endeavor in a scientific way, or a scientific endeavor in an artistic way. And so we're trying to cross the brain barrier between left and right hemisphere. And it's almost impossible to do, very difficult to do, and almost impossible to do efficiently. Hence the need, in my opinion, to split the two roles. Now, we don't want to do this because traders want to take everything on board. They want to say, I did this, I'm a one-man band. But it may be in our best interest to get someone else on board, or even more than one person, and create a true business rather than trying to be stay-at-home, gamblers if it's not working. So as I said, separating the roles out like in any other business company allows each facet of the operation to run more smoothly because there are no clashes. We just focus on our individual responsibilities and do it properly. You got to create that gap, as I always keep saying, the gap in trading and in life and in all facets of life and business. You can even go to as far as using the professional kitchen. I am a professional chef, many years of experience in London's professional kitchens, and from experience I can tell you that in the back of house, in the professional kitchen, we don't care what's going on front of house, to put it bluntly, because we do, but our sole focus, our responsibility and focus lies on the food. So we're trying to put out good food, and then in good faith and trust that the front of house will deliver that food. If we start to concern ourselves with whether they're going to do their job, we don't do ours. Likewise, the front of house doesn't think about how to cook a rump steak or deglaze a pan or saute some vegetables, or whatever action we do in the kitchen. They're just trusting we're going to put out good, clean, wholesome food on time, and then their job, they take the baton and they do that last bit. They liaise with the customer, they keep them happy, they offer them a glass of wine if we make a mistake and we're late, etc., etc. So creating that gap requires trust and a division of responsibilities. Very difficult to do in the one person. So as I said here, the CEO of Walmart doesn't have to put on a smiley face for customers. He focuses on his responsibility. In short, we have to give up, we have to give up the notion that we can do this alone if we want to create more edge to better the competition. United we stand, divided we fall. This sounds great in theory, James, but does it work in the real world? Let's see. This is me. The FTP is me as a sole trader, a one-man band, trying to be the trader, that is the trade operator, the money manager, and the analyst, all rolled into one. It should be said, I am still profitable. I am still making profits there. Traded on and off around the clock so far. In fact, I've got a trade on coming up right now, even though it's 12:30 at night. Around my responsibilities, when I'm up, when I'm about, when I'm not looking after the kids or out with the family or cooking dinner or whatever the case may be. Traded pretty much every possible trading day. That's my one-man band attempt. Now, this one with my partner, my girlfriend, we started this combine 10 days later, August the 24th. We've split out the roles, so we kind of share the responsibility of the money manager outside of the trading, but this is crucial. We keep the analyst separate from the trader. She takes care of the trading, I take care of the analysis, and we trust that. She trusts that I'm going to do the analysis to the best of my ability, and I trust that she's going to take on board what I'm saying and act accordingly to what I'm saying. So I'll say 1 contract, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, take it off, scale in, scale out. And 95, 97% of the time she does what I say, and sometimes she overrules what I'm saying if she senses that fear has crept in to, or I'll say this is aggressive, this is less aggressive, it's up to you, and she'll make that decision. 1 to 2 hours per day, so not all around the clock, not split out. We sit down at a time that's convenient for us when the market's liquid, 1 to 2 hours per day, sometimes as little as 30 minutes. We have missed a few trading days, including taking a whole week off. We took a trade on the Friday of that week, but for the most part it was a whole week off. So looking at these, I've made a lot of effort as a one-man band type of thing on this FTP, much less stress, much less effort, less time, days invested in this joint venture. And what's the result? We are making money 2.7 times as fast. We've made 170% more with the joint effort as compared to the solo effort, with the same analysis. It's coming from me, the same analysis. And we've been meaning to do this for literally 2-3 years, if not, I'd say about 2-3 years we've been looking at this. And I just thought, well, if I can give the analysis, what's the point in getting someone to press the buttons? But the point is, as we've said in this presentation, is simply the psychology, splitting up the responsibilities. There's a reason why people have departments in a business. You know, it's less stress. We just focus on our respective responsibilities, and that leads to better analysis. And so we're closing the gap between what's possible and what we end up with. And now, as I said, I'm doing well on the FTP, but it seems like a waste of time compared to this. So when, not if, we pass the combine, we're likely going to move over and take over as a team on whatever's left to complete the FTP, and move straight on into funded. And it's going to be interesting to have 2 accounts. And the long-term plan is to build one and use one for income. Build one to make bigger gains, like capital gains, and accrue wealth there, and then use the other one to take out a weekly or fortnightly or monthly income, dependent on performance, obviously. So yeah, that's my little bit. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned, because it's looking interesting. We'll see if we can follow through with this, and we're going to keep going as we've been going, and we'll see where this all goes. So that's it for now. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye for now.